Have you ever felt something different in your body and wondered if it could be the spiritual world trying to speak to you? Perhaps it was an intense heat, pain, fatigue, an unexpected chill, or even tears that appeared without explanation. The truth is, God is closer to us than we imagine, and often He uses physical signs to get our attention. The Bible is full of examples where God chooses mysterious ways to communicate with His children. Our body is an extraordinary tool, designed to communicate with us in ways that go far beyond the physical. Pains, chills, palpitations, or any unexpected sensations may be more than mere biological signs. Sometimes they are subtle messages of something deeper, a reflection of our emotional, mental, or even spiritual state. These signs should neither be ignored nor automatically interpreted as something supernatural. They can be a call for introspection, indicating imbalances that need attention or repressed feelings that need to be addressed. To interpret these messages, it is essential to combine spiritual sensitivity with self-awareness. This means slowing down, listening to your body, and allowing yourself to explore what it is trying to say. Meditation and the practice of internal questioning, such as, "What does this pain or sensation represent?" can open pathways to valuable insights. This internal dialogue not only helps decipher the spiritual meaning of bodily sensations, but also provides an opportunity to grow and align with your essence. With this practice, you will begin to understand that sometimes the body whispers what the soul shouts. Today, let's explore the signs that God may be speaking to you. Pay attention, because these signs might surprise you. Before we start, I want to remind you that many people watch our videos but haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Don't waste any more time. Subscribe now, activate the notification bell, and follow the content we've prepared to strengthen your faith and help you understand God's plans for your life. Stay until the end, because these revelations can transform how you perceive the divine presence in your daily life. God speaks through simple details. In His infinite wisdom, He reminds us of His presence through the most subtle details. In 1 Kings 19:12, we see that Elijah did not hear God in the strong wind, the earthquake, or the fire, but in a gentle whisper. This story teaches us that we don't need grand manifestations to recognize the divine voice. Often, it's enough to allow ourselves to silence our minds, take a deep breath, and open our hearts to perceive His guidance in everyday life. When we are open to receiving information from the spiritual world, our bodies reflect this information. A sunrise that brings peace, an encouraging word from someone unexpected, or even opening the Bible and finding a verse that seems to speak directly to you, all of these can be reflections of God in action. The secret lies in developing our spiritual sensitivity to recognize these signs. At times, our bodies reflect what the Spirit is experiencing. Feeling tremors, heat, or even a slight vibration can be a way for the spiritual world to get our attention. In Acts 4:31, we read about a moment when the place where the disciples prayed was shaken, symbolizing God's power among them. If you have felt something similar during prayer or worship, it may be a reminder of the divine presence. These signs may indicate that God is working in areas of your life that need transformation. Perhaps it's an invitation to surrender something weighing on your heart, or to make room for His will to be fulfilled in your life. Although these physical manifestations are significant, it is essential to discern the context in which they occur. Feeling something during prayer or while meditating on the Word may indicate that the Holy Spirit is acting within you. However, it's important to remember that our faith should not be based solely on sensory experiences. True connection with God comes from an active pursuit of His Word and a solid faith, even when we don't see or feel something physical. As written in 2 Corinthians 5:7, we live by faith, not by sight. The Bible reminds us in 2 Corinthians 5:7 that we must live by faith, not by sight. Yet, some physical experiences we have may reflect God's work in our lives. When we feel these signs, such as tremors or inexplicable warmth, it is essential to understand that our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, as taught in 1 Corinthians 6:19. These phenomena are invitations to surrender to divine work and connect more deeply with Him. Not every chill, fatigue, pain, tremor, or other signs means something related to the spiritual world. Often, they are just ways our body communicates with us. Therefore, it is crucial to develop spiritual sensitivity combined with self-awareness to distinguish one situation from another. One effective way to explore the origin of these sensations is through introspection and directed questions. Find a quiet, peaceful place where you can relax and enter a meditative state. When you feel at peace, place your hand over your chest and calmly ask yourself, "What does this information from my body mean?" Repeat the question with serenity and attention. Allow your mind to respond subtly, whether through words, thoughts, or even emotions. Don't rush the process. Internal communication can be delicate and requires patience. As you explore this interaction, you will begin to identify what your body wants to tell you. This practice not only helps to better understand your sensations, but also strengthens the connection between mind and body, promoting deeper and more balanced self-knowledge. Fatigue can be more than just a sign that the body needs physical rest. It can reflect deeper spiritual and emotional imbalances. Often, persistent exhaustion, even after rest, suggests that our energy is being drained by situations or people that don't reciprocate. It's as if we're spending our vital energy on matters that don't nourish us, inviting us to reflect on how we're prioritizing our time and attention. Ask yourself, am I dedicating my energy to what truly matters? Or am I getting lost in situations that only drain me? Mental fatigue, for example, can arise when we are overwhelmed with worries and responsibilities. This often disconnects us from our intuition and purpose, leading to a sense of misalignment with ourselves. Emotional fatigue, on the other hand, has its roots in repressed feelings, such as sadness or anger, that remain unresolved. It's a spiritual reminder that we need to release what we're holding on to or face the issues we've been avoiding. Meanwhile, spiritual fatigue occurs when we feel disconnected from the divine, from our essence, or from a higher purpose. This sense of emptiness is a call to reconnect with practices that nourish our soul, such as prayer, meditation, or moments of introspection. Additionally, fatigue can serve as an alert to energetic imbalances. Being in heavy environments or interacting with emotionally intense people can drain us, especially if we are sensitive or empathetic. This type of exhaustion reminds us to strengthen our energetic protection. Visualizing light around us, taking herbal baths, or saying prayers are ways to clear dense energies and regain balance. To reverse this state of spiritual exhaustion, it's essential to adopt conscious self-care practices. This isn't just about physical rest, but creating intentional moments to nourish the soul. Deep breathing, visualizing light entering our body, and releasing negative energies are simple yet powerful ways to restore inner harmony. It's also important to establish clear boundaries to prevent situations or people from continuing to drain our energy. Saying no when necessary is an act of self-love and spiritual protection. Fatigue caused by spiritual obsessors or negative magic influences is a phenomenon that often profoundly affects not just the physical body, but also the emotional, mental, and spiritual dimensions of a person. This type of exhaustion goes beyond daily tiredness and is usually accompanied by other signs indicating external energetic interference. Fatigue and spiritual obsessors. Spiritual obsessors are disembodied entities that, for various reasons, maintain a connection with someone who is alive. This connection can occur due to emotional affinities, karmic debts, or even a desire for revenge. These entities often feed on the energy of the person they pursue, creating a constant state of physical and emotional exhaustion. The main signs of obsessive influence include a feeling of weight or oppression on the chest or shoulders, difficulty sleeping, with disturbing dreams or feeling tired upon waking, repetitive and negative thoughts, often disproportionate to the actual situation, sudden mood swings, going from joy to sadness or irritation without a clear reason. This fatigue can feel like carrying an invisible weight. Sometimes it's accompanied by a sense of fear, insecurity, or even unexplained physical pain. These symptoms reflect the constant presence of an energy that consumes or interferes with the person's vibrational field. Fatigue and negative magic. When someone is the target of negative magic, such as binding spells, envy, or energy manipulation practices, fatigue can also manifest as one of the first signs. These practices are often aimed at destabilizing the victim emotionally, financially, or spiritually. Common symptoms include a sense of being watched or followed, even when alone, a sudden loss of energy in ordinary situations, like working or performing daily activities, unexplainable blocks in personal or professional life, such as projects stalling for no apparent reason, persistent headaches, lack of focus, and difficulty concentrating. In many cases, the person begins to feel tied down, or as though something is preventing progress. This type of fatigue originates from the dense vibrations sent by whoever performed the magic or the energetic processes triggered. The accumulated negative energy around the person creates a low vibrational field, making it harder to connect with their divine essence and vital force. In both cases, obsessors and magic, it is crucial to develop spiritual awareness and self-knowledge. These elements make it easier to identify when something external is affecting you and where it originates. Ask yourself, what part of me is open or vulnerable to these influences? Negative energies only linger when there's an energetic breach allowing them in. Many of us have these breaches without even realizing it. Emotions such as anger, resentment, or envy often create open doors in the energetic field that must be closed through emotional healing practices. Let's now move on to tremors during prayer or spiritual meditation, which can be signs of God's presence, reminding us that He works in our lives, even in difficulties. This spiritual phenomenon invites us to respond with gratitude, allowing God to transform us. Unexplained warmth during moments of spirituality can symbolize the Holy Spirit renewing our spirit and purifying our heart, reminding us that God is near, refining us as fire refines gold. Hebrews 12:29. This warmth can also bring comfort during times of pain and uncertainty, inviting us to trust fully in God's divine purpose. Physical pains, such as those in the back, chest, head, or neck, can often reflect spiritual and emotional blockages. For example, back pain may be connected to a lack of support or resistance to change. Chest pain can be tied to unexpressed grief or fears. Headaches might signify mental overload or spiritual disconnection. Neck pain may reflect difficulty in emotional expression or a sense of inflexibility in dealing with situations. Chills and the sensation of cold during meditation or introspection can signal a connection to higher spiritual energies or the presence of something divine. Accelerated heartbeats may indicate that something in the energetic field needs to be released, or they might represent a spiritual awakening. Pressure in the head can relate to the spiritual activation of the third eye, pineal gland, or resistance to spiritual awakening. The sensation of being out of oneself might indicate a process of detachment and energetic transition. Ringing in the ears could be a sign of spiritual communication or exposure to external energies. Sleep disturbances, such as insomnia or intense dreams, may be related to the opening of the energetic field, allowing spiritual messages to come through. The feeling of heaviness in the body can stem from unresolved emotions or external energetic influences that need to be released to restore balance. These symptoms have a spiritual dimension and require self-awareness and introspection. When experiencing these occurrences, it's important to ask the body what is being communicated and seek answers through prayer and spiritual practice. These signs are opportunities for spiritual growth and for connecting with God, who is guiding you toward deeper faith. The spiritual tremors experienced during prayer or meditation can serve as a powerful reminder of God's presence. They signify His action in our lives, even amid challenges, and call for a response of gratitude, surrender, and openness to transformation. Unexplained warmth during moments of spirituality is another profound sign. This warmth may symbolize the Holy Spirit renewing and purifying the soul. As Hebrews 12:29 describes, "Our God is a consuming fire." This heat can comfort us during pain or uncertainty, inviting us to trust in God's divine plans. The interplay between body and spirit is complex but deeply interconnected. Our bodies, being temples of the Holy Spirit, 1 Corinthians 6:19, are attuned to divine messages when we open ourselves to receiving them. These sensations are not random. They reflect the spiritual reality that surrounds and permeates us. By cultivating spiritual sensitivity, self-awareness, and faith, you can discern the meaning behind your body's signals and align yourself with God's purpose. Take these moments as invitations to pause, reflect, and deepen your connection with the divine. God is speaking. Your body is listening. Are you ready to respond? Thank you for your patience. Here's the continuation. The body is a sacred vessel, a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. Understanding its signals is an ongoing journey of faith and self-discovery. While not every physical sensation has a spiritual root, many do carry deeper meanings, inviting us to realign with our Creator and His purposes for our lives. If you are experiencing recurring symptoms, remember that seeking medical advice is essential. The physical and spiritual dimensions are interconnected, and caring for your body is an act of honoring the temple God entrusted to you. However, alongside medical attention, take time for prayer, introspection, and spiritual practices that nurture your soul. Each sensation, whether warmth, tremors, pain, or fatigue, can serve as an invitation from God to deepen your awareness of His presence. Embrace these moments with humility and gratitude, knowing that He works all things for the good of those who love Him. Romans 8:28. When faced with persistent feelings of spiritual or emotional fatigue, or if you suspect influences beyond your control, seek help from trusted spiritual mentors, counselors, or prayer groups. The journey of faith is not meant to be traveled alone, and God often works through His people to bring healing, clarity, and renewal. Let this message inspire you to tune into the whispers of the divine, evident in your body, your thoughts, and your circumstances. As you listen, trust that He is guiding you to a deeper understanding of His love and purpose for your life. You are never alone. God is always near, speaking to you through the language of the heart, spirit, and body. Take these steps today to strengthen your connection with Him. Remember, your body is a divine masterpiece, and every sensation it offers can be a step closer to the Creator.
May this reflection fill you with peace and understanding as you seek God's presence in every part of your being. God bless you.